So first thing we're gonna get into is the unboxing. So it does have a little bit of a plastic film around it. That takes a second to come right off. Relatively nice packaging. The nice little guy backpacking here on the back. Right now I am using DJI's microphone system, as you can tell right here. And we're gonna kind of see the differences between the two throughout today's video. And of course, all you're gonna have to do is let this fall a little bit. There's a little bit of suction here that you're just gonna have to wait a little bit for. Anytime now. There we go. Ooh, that is a nice little case it comes with right here, with a little bit of a carrying pouch as well. Let's get into the accessory box real quick. All right, we got a couple of dead cats, also known as wind screens. These are gonna be great if you're gonna be doing any outdoor videos with a lot of wind. You're gonna have a couple of these 3.5 millimeter jacks, one in red, one in black. I'm actually a bigger fan of how big this is. The DJI one is a little bit short. Showing you a video right now about how short it is, and you know, it kind of gets caught every so often, but as you can tell, you're able to see my audio recording on the top as well. And then also you are gonna have a USB Type-C, and that is for charging. And you have a user manual here. So that's all of that. Let's put this, ooh, don't forget, in this little package, I'm not sure what's in here. So these are gonna be your ways to be able to connect this to USB Type-C or Lightning. These are like a combination of those two. Now let's get into the unboxing. I am a nice fan. This is a hard case. They're really trying to keep this nice. They even have some plastic covering the metal here. And the opening of it. Good. At the top, you're gonna have a little bit of a case here. That's where you're gonna be able to put all your accessories in, which is awesome. And then the case itself, of course, you're gonna have USB Type-C right here at the bottom, and it looks like it has an LED on the front. Now, when you open it up, looks like you're gonna have two red. That's gonna be, of course, letting you know that they are on. And then you have a nice screen here. It does come currently with a little bit of a clip. So as you can tell, nothing is currently on here. And as I pull one off, this might actually, yep, there it goes. Yep, immediately goes right in. So there's no real difference with the way that you know that you have to actually connect it. It is a big screen here. And of course, when you put it back in, it's just gonna go ahead and charge. And it has the LED here. As far as battery life is concerned, the green light right here indicates it's anywhere from 30 to 100%. If it's yellow, it's anywhere from 10 to 30%. If it's red, anywhere from 5 to 10%. And if it's not on, you're talking about under 5%. The battery life with the receiver and the transmitter is 8 hours when fully charged. And when you add in the actual case itself, up to 24 hours. Another thing to note, if the receiver does lose battery, you can plug it in via USB Type-C, and as long as it's getting power, it still will work. So if you have like a battery bank or anything like that, that is gonna be a pretty big positive if it does run out of battery. Oop, I did forget to take off the nice little plastic piece on the top. So when you do look at the transmitter itself, you are gonna see two different buttons here on the side. The one over here at the top is gonna be your link button. So if it does end up losing the link, you're able to utilize this to re-link it up. And right here, the second one is gonna be a mute button slash a power button. So you could turn it on and off by just holding it down. So that turns it right off. As you can see, the LEDs are no longer on. And if I hit it again, the LEDs will turn back on. And then of course, right here on the side is going to be your microphone output. If you would like to just connect a microphone instead of just utilizing the microphone on top. And here on the side is going to be your USB Type-C if you're looking to do any extra charging outside of the case. And here at the top with its lights, the one that is blinking is if it is currently connected. So I take this out and make sure this is connected. Now it is solid, so that's not an issue. And the light on the other side is your battery indicator. It is green if it's 10 to 100%. It is red if you're 5 to 10%. It is off if it's 0 to 5%, and you could turn it yellow by turning on the mute button. So if I go ahead and mute it, it should turn yellow as you, there you go, it turns yellow. And also if you want to put the dead cat on the top, there are two little pieces right here. You can see where it is on the side. You do have to kind of move the dead cat out of the way. It takes a little bit to find where it is, to find the connection. Kind of clicks right on, and you can hold it at the top, but it does come off relatively easily. And that's going to be what it looks like with the dead cat. This is going to help with all the wind and stuff like that, but it looks nice. Pet the cat. No, that's just weird. I'm sorry. One thing I am a little curious about is it does look like it has a grill here on the bottom as far as the top as well. I am curious if that is going to be helping out with the active voice cancellation, but we'll get into that in a little bit. I am going to be going into a football draft, and I'll be bringing in a friend with me to show you how both of them can be utilized at the same time. Now let's talk about the receiver real quick. So on the receiver, of course, you're going to have your LED screen. We'll get into the user interface in a second. You're going to have your power button over here at the side. If you hold it for 2 seconds, that is going to turn the power off. And of course, you hold it for another 2 seconds, that's going to turn the power back on. Here on the side, you're going to have your microphone import on this side, and then you're also going to have a monitor output if you want somebody else to be able to listen to that output. On this side, you are going to see power in via USB Type-C. Like I said earlier in the video, you are able to utilize that if you run out of battery. This right here will be able to be moved on to a hot shoe or a cold shoe on your camera, and I'll show you that in a second. But here on the back, this is where you're going to be putting your smartphone connection. So this is the USB Type-C to USB Type-C. It does click in fairly nicely, and if I pull out my actual phone itself and I click it in, stays on pretty well. And now this is going to be utilized on my phone itself as the microphone for my camera, but again, we'll get into that in a second. Getting into the user interface, this is what it looks like when I pull one of these microphones out. It's going to connect, and you're going to be able to see that with one on, and if I pull both out, now you're going to see once it connects that you're going to have audio output on both of them on your right and your left. And also, of course, when you put them back in, they are going to disconnect, or if you turn them off. At the top left, this is going to be your connection type and what you're recording at. So when you swipe from up to down, your track mode, you're going mono. You can also go stereo if you're using both of them. And also you can have a safety channel. It is going to be able to utilize another microphone to record at a different game unless you have a lot of clipping and stuff like that, which is nice to have a second audio recording. And that is going to be located at the top of your screen. You'll be able to see that. Also, when you swipe from left to right, you're going to the same thing. Mode selection, indoor, outdoor, and noisy. We'll check out how the noisy goes. And again, you'll see that at the top right. When you swipe from down to up, that doesn't do anything from right to left. This is going to be where your receiver volume is. You could change out the decibels on your monitor and the record gain just right there. The transmitter settings, you're going into gain. You could change the gain on both of your inputs, and then also noise cancellation, how you would like that to be run. Then you can go into receiver volume. That's where we just were. You'll be able to see all of that. And I guess you can change it for each one. And then swiping from down to up changes out that. Then you have phone speaker. I'm not exactly too sure what that means. Phone speaker only. And then you're also to go into settings if you need to link your device, if you need to change your brightness on the screen. It gets pretty bright. You can change the language if you need to. Factory reset is here, and then the version. And also you can get into the serial number of your device here as well. Nothing else really clicks on the screen itself, and you can lock the screen. So if you do end up accidentally touching it, if you hit that side button, it will lock it, and you can unlock it via that side button. All right, now at this point, I am recording via my MeetSummer microphone, as you could tell, and I'm gonna kind of switch between the audio of the DJI, which I have over here, and the MeetSummer to give you a little idea on how the audio quality is, one of the top-notch ones in the business. But as you can tell, it's recording relatively easily. But also to note, there is a difference between the two different cords they give you. This one is for a phone, and this one goes in the phone, so I was having a little bit of trouble. You do need the red one up here. That's gonna be able to actually put it onto your camera. So it gives you both options, which is nice of them. I kind of wish this one wasn't red, but I like a bit good red and black aesthetic. But now I'm gonna go in and show you guys how it works on the camera here. All right, I am connected via the DJI again, and I'm gonna go ahead and set up this guy to be put onto my phone. It is a USB Type-C here at the bottom. You're just gonna click it in relatively simply right there, and then you're just gonna plug it in right to the side of your phone. Make sure you guys can see that. All right, so now it should kind of utilize that to know that it is recording via my microphone, and yes, recording through a USB microphone. So it's already recording relatively easily as I'm going to switch over to this camera right here. So not too bad. As you can tell, it's really easy to set up, and the audio quality can stay consistent throughout your videos. And of course, I'm always going to be showing it down below which microphone I am utilizing, so you'll be able to see and hear the difference between the two. But now let's get into how the distance goes with this microphone. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go through the couple of different shooting options. I am currently on indoors, and there's some outdoor noise, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch that over in the system. Let's go ahead and just do it on the fly real quick. So I'm gonna get into it, going into mode selection, and now I am outdoors. That did change over, and I'm not entirely certain if that changed anything out, and I'll see that kind of in post and let you know there. But let's go ahead and see how far the distance can get on this little guy. All right, I got it on. Now let's see how far I can get behind me before you lose me. Like they say, it is 250 feet. Of course, I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work out. 300 feet is, of course, 100 yards. So that is a football field, and this shouldn't be a football field. Hopefully you guys can still hear me over here. And this is all line of sight as well. So it should be a little bit easier, of course, if you have walls in the way, or right now, if you have some trees in the way, that might be a little bit more difficult. I think I'm only, 150 feet away. And now I'm gonna go behind a tree real quick, see if that messes with any of the audio at all. Again, I'm kind of behind the trees, popping out right now. Not gonna lie, there's some kids over there. Hopefully they don't steal my phone. Now let's walk a little bit farther in this direction. You're not really gonna be able to see me right now, but you might still be able to hear me. So they say 250 feet. Hopefully that worked out fairly well. Actually, I lost my Bluetooth on my watch before. I'm assuming I lost the audio signal here. I lost my dead cat. I might have lost it on the run or the walk over. As I'm walking back, I'm not seeing my dead cat. Hopefully, I'll find it on the walk back home. Oh, just got my watch back, which is nice. I'll see how that audio quality was in post-production and give you some more of my thoughts after we get to that football draft. All right, right now we're at a fantasy draft right now with some background noise. This is my friend Sean. Say hi, Sean.
Howdy, folks. How y'all doing?
He's got a very smooth voice. So
Not really, but I'm just, for camera purposes, got to be smooth.
I just want to get into a couple of the different settings to make sure the settings for like video and noise cancellation. So we're going to put on noise cancellation and noisy setting. Noisy setting first. He wanted Mike Williams. We just put on the noisy setting, so I'm not exactly sure how that is working with the background music and the people talking in the background, but we change out to the noisy setting. Got anything to say, Sean?
Not too much. I just need to, I'm focusing on my fantasy football draft here because, you know, in this league, I've won the championship once.
We're very proud of you, Sean.
In the past 3 years, I've come in first place and second place.
We are very proud of you,
I'm
Sean.
so proud of myself.
We're going to put on some noise cancellation real quick. All right, I believe we turned on some noise cancellation right now. I'm not exactly sure how that is working well with the stuff in the background.
You'll all know later when you watch the video.
Thank you very much, Sean, for all the help you did. Hopefully this will help for you guys at home too. We're going to be going in between the, right now we're in mono. So when we're doing some sort of back and forth, it's going to be the same audio pattern. So go ahead, Sean.
Howdy, folks. How's it all going out there?
Now we're getting to some stereo. So right now we're doing stereo, so there's two different audio patterns. I can go ahead and isolate my voice to Sean's voice if Sean wants to talk.
I will start talking. I hope the next player that comes up in the draft is a good one for me, because I want to win this championship.
Change out the audio back and forth, and there's also the clipping as well. We could get two different audio tracks. We're not going to go over that. Say bye, Sean.
Bye, everybody.
Go Niners. All right, just went through the editing process. I wanted to give you a little idea on how I thought the audio quality was. I'm using it right now. I believe the audio quality is great. So you are able to utilize those two different left and right tones if you are doing a little bit of an interview with a person, which is awesome. And it's so easy. You have this built-in package you could take around, and of course you have a lot of battery built in as well, which is great, so you can always have it on the go. And not only can you hook it up to your camera like I do right now, but you can also hook it up to your smartphone as well and keep a consistent audio. We all know those videos where it kind of changes from one setting to another. This will keep a consistent audio even though you are shooting with a different implement, which is huge. It is coming in around $280. It's on sale now for about $250. Again, I said I have DJI's microphone system that I've been using a lot, and I'm not seeing any real audio quality degradation compared to that. So it might be a little bit bigger, but for $250, I don't think you can get much better, especially if you are looking for two microphones or you're looking for a little audio redundancy. I will be posting a link down below if you were interested in purchasing this, but I do believe it's gonna be a great product for anybody who's looking for some high quality wireless audio, and especially if you're doing any sort of interviews, this is gonna be awesome for you. Just to let you know, guys, this is a sponsored video by MeetSummer, but all these thoughts in these video are my own, and if you're looking to purchase it, all the links are down below. Well, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If it was, please smash that like button. If it was really helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be one of the first ones to know when my newest video comes out. But as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, stay positive. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.